If you're making twice baked potatoes in the oven, you're missing this. Smoking them changes everything. Most people mess up the second bake. Done. So today we're making double smoked potatoes. So stay with me so I can show you how to make these delicious things in less than 5 minutes. Let's get to work. Olive oil first, just enough to coat. Then coarse black pepper and kosher salt. This is your base layer. It helps the skin absorb flavor and crisp up later.
And we repeat this process on both sides, so the flavors start sticking to the outside of these potatoes before we put them in the smoker.
First, the foundation. That's why I'm using Lumberjack Competition Blend today. So stop using dusty pellets today and check the link below to find a Lumberjack dealer near you. I'm starting the smoker at 400 degrees. This gives the potatoes a strong, even cook. And it's time to put our potatoes in. We're gonna put them for about 1 hour at 400 degrees. They can soak into that smoke.
So we're gonna chop a couple shallots
and garlic into small pieces so we can get the flavor to spread through every bite. Potatoes and bacon go on together, but they don't finish at the same time. The potatoes are soft and ready to cut now. The bacon stays in longer to finish rendering and crisp up. These last few minutes finish rendering the bacon. Once it's crisp, pull it off and save that fat. That bacon fat stays in. I'm using it to saute the garlic and shallots and build the base flavor. Garlic goes in last. Stir it through just until it turns fragrant. You want aroma, not color. Chop the bacon fine. You want flavor in every bite. Cut these while they're still hot. Warm potatoes make smoother and taste better.
So we want to remove all the insides, but we're gonna leave a little bit on the edge, like such. And then we carefully gonna carve all this inside out. And we're gonna leave something like this. Something like this. This is perfect. So we're gonna repeat the process for all of them.
This is where everything comes together. All the flavor is about to go inside. I've got everything ready on the counter. And now it's time to build the stuff.
And now it's time to mix our potato here with all the ingredients. And I'm gonna put a list up here in the screen with everything I added. But this is where you can get creative. You can add as many things as you want, right? So we're gonna start by adding some butter. And I put a little bit of my compound butter that I made earlier in the week. And you can find the recipe for it up here. I also would like to put half of this cheese, as I like this to be really cheesy. And add a little bit of milk to make sure this is creamy. Some cream cheese. And we're gonna add all the onions and garlic that we sauteed on the bacon fat. All right, good. So we're gonna add some seasoning. I have some barbecue right in here to taste. A little bit of kosher salt, and then some of the bacon that we cut in small pieces. We're gonna add it inside this potatoes. We're gonna leave the rest for toppings. We're gonna give the first mix. You can see this is still too dry. I like to add a little bit more milk, as I want this to be really creamy. I have to add some mayonnaise, a little bit more milk. I want it to be a little bit chunky, so that's why I'm using a spoon here. Okay, it's time to start filling up our potatoes. So we're gonna use the same spoon we were using before. And make sure you fill up potatoes properly. It smells great. What I'll do, so after I do this, I'm gonna repeat it to all of them, but then I would like to put a lot of cheese on them. So I would like this to be a really cheesy potato. And then you're gonna add some of these bacon bits. And we're gonna repeat this process for all of them. And these beauties are ready to go in the smoker. So we're gonna put them in for 30 to 45 minutes. at 250 degrees. And this is the time now where they're gonna soak in smoke.
Back onto the smoker for the second round. This is where everything sets and comes together. The filling tightens up, the tops get golden, and the smoke finishes the job. This next part is what makes this worth it. All right, here we go.
It's time to put the final touch on these beautiful potatoes.
Finish with green onions for freshness. This is what smoked twice baked potatoes should look like.
This guy here. And let's just do cut right here in the center. Ooh. Okay, for the moment of truth, let's just try this, see how it tastes. Okay. Wow. This tastes great. So creamy, flavorful. This is great. Okay guys, thanks for watching. And if you want to see more great barbecue and smoking recipes like this one, please hit subscribe, like, and hit that bell so you get that notification every week when I release a new video. See you in the next one.